Welcome back to RuralVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith. I've got another property for you. I'm smiling because it's fun to bring these properties to you, and it's fun to hear the stories that people come back to me with, how they use these properties. Some people use them to homestead. They build on them, they take their family there, they move their mom there, they move their uncle there as somebody in their family that needs help, and they go make it happen. And I hear those stories almost every day of how people use these properties, and that it's a cool thing, right? I mean, I don't know how to say it. It's fun. So that's why I'm smiling. So let's dive into another one of these properties that's really usable and just sitting there not being used. It's vacant land. There's a lot of vacant land in the U.S. not being used, but not much of any of it that I know of is this price. I'm asking $399. It's a third of an acre. It's in Izard County, Arkansas, which is northern Arkansas. There's a bunch of lakes in the area, bunch of trees, bunch of friendly people. Walmart's not very far away. Post office isn't very far away. They're really friendly to retirees. If you use this property if you homestead it as a retiree, you basically don't pay any taxes. I mean, if you build a really fancy house, you'll pay some taxes, but for the most part, you don't pay any taxes. Taxes like real estate taxes. I mean, taxes. Still pay sales tax and stuff. Um, so $399 for a third of an acre, and it's on a paved street. So there's there's roads. It's a corner lot. Um, Taxes have been about 14 or just under $15 a year. It's coming out of a little company called Blue Adventure LLC. I'll sign off on that. I'll do all the paperwork. There's a buy it now on here. So you can click that. You can fill out your information and hit the next button. It'll ask for credit card, debit card, or banking account information, however you want to pay for it. And it's all online. That's the only way I can afford to do these prices. Please don't ask to send stuff in the mail or stop by and do paperwork in person. It's all online. If you come look me up, I just log into the computer and have you fill stuff out. It's all online. So click on that and go for it. And if this is the one that you want, let's look at it a little closer. There's Home Depot up the street. There's Walmart up the street. There's schools, supplies, all kinds of different, pharmacies and resorts, fishing all over the place. This is a great place to go fishing. There's a gas station not very far away. Here's a post office. Look at that post office. I wish I had one of those on my street. That looks like the kind of post office you could walk into. They know you by name, and you go walk right up to the counter without waiting. The post offices around me are always like line out the door. Not enough people working there. Just crazy sauce. I go in the middle of the night because it's still open. You can dump your stuff, dump all my mail in there without waiting in line. But I bet you this post office is kind of like the ones I grew up around where you just walk right in. So here's building permits. If you go build, there's the information for building permits is on my site, and also about the neighborhood. So let's see what this neighborhood is all about. This was built in the 60s. Let's see when this was signed. 63. Look at that. This is so old. They typed up the they typed it. This instrument was recorded, click, 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 typing away. 1963 at 4:30 p.m. They typed in date, everything. This looks like it was a form, and then they had to line it up in the typewriter to get the time and the date in the right spot. Wow. I used to do that when I was younger, but man, that's hard to fathom anymore. 1963, this neighborhood was created. That is before all the crazy rules of modern neighborhoods. In my book, that's a positive. So they still have some restrictions. You go down here, this one's even highlighted. Single family dwelling is what they want on this property. Says don't build anything until you got building plans. You got to get some building plans, and the plans got to show location of where you want to build this, whatever it is you want to build, and it's got to be approved in writing that it's conforming with the harmony of and the external design desired by the corporation or its successors. So the neighborhood has a say in what your place looks like. So you gotta make some plans or get some plans and get them approved before you build something. And then you can live in, I think it's saying you can live in an RV for 6 months while you're building. You might want to ask and make sure, but that's my understanding of what that's saying. Must be a permanent structure. Must have material composed of wood, masonry, cut stone, blah, basic, classic building materials. Each dwelling unit must have at least 550 square feet of floor space, indoor toilet facilities or modern plumbing, connected to a septic tank, sewage disposal unit, other type, blah, 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 blah. 550 square feet. So a lot of these properties I got are 800, 900,000. This one's 550 square feet. So if you're looking to do a tiny home, 550 square foot, that's, how many sheets of plywood is that? So a sheet of plywood is 4 foot by 8 foot, it's 32, right? Yeah, 32 square feet. So if we did 550 square foot divided by 32, that's just over 17 sheets of plywood. So you could do a couple different designs, different kinds of rectangles and stuff. 17 sheets is not that much. So that's like if you laid the floor out, or you know what I mean. 17 sheets of plywood would get you enough square footage. And they talk about where you can have it in a lot and blah, 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 basic stuff that's not really going to sway you one way or the other. So that's the basic information about this lot. And there's GPS coordinates here. Let's see where this thing's at. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to click on the GPS coordinates in the website, and it's going to pull up a map. If I did it with a phone, it'd pull it up on driving directions. I get driving directions straight to the property. These roads are connected all over North America. So if you're watching this from North America and you click on it, it'll give you driving directions straight to the property. It'll tell you how many hours to get there and everything, which turns to take, and it'll reroute you with traffic. What a cool world we live in, right? Google's pretty awesome at that stuff. So if traffic's bad in one place or the other, if you're coming from Miami or something, right? Traffic's always bad there. It'll reroute you around it and send you to this property. It'll probably take you a day to get there, but it'll get you there. So we're here. There's a power line. This looks like a power line route at the back of the property, hiding in the woods, which probably means your power goes out when the wind blows, but it's hiding in the woods. So there's a bunch of trees here. You can put your house in the woods, or you could just clear the lot like these other people do and plant grass. I like to keep the trees around. Maybe get some more spiders and ants and stuff, but I just like the trees. I like to have the leaves on the ground too. I wouldn't even rake them up. Like, there you go. Simple, simple, simple. So where are we? Here's a neighbor with a propane tank. They got their RV in the back, and they got a boat parked in the front yard, so nobody's complaining about that. Oh, so I guess that's your neighbor. Okay. So, yeah. So here's a wooded lot with a neighbor to the back and a power line back there. 550 square foot. 550 square foot minimum build. There's power line, pavilion lane. Cottontail Lane. If I can read, it's just on an angle. Should be turning my head, right? So here's the neighboring house. There's a classic boat. That boat looks like it's from when the neighborhood was built. Same with the RV. You might want to keep your trees and bush row so you don't have to look at them. Doesn't look like they mow their lawn. But they got a mailbox, so the mail delivers. Looks like they're standing out front. Like, wow, there goes the Google car. Haven't ever seen them before. What do you think they're doing? You think they even use the internet? Not being mean. That's a basic house. That looks like it was brought in 2 sections and stapled together. And they didn't even fix the fascia board. Like, why bother, right? That would bug me. I just, how hard would it be to fix the fascia? But there's your place. That's the neighbor. 550 square foot. Think about that. That's all you have to build. The lot's $399. It's almost a third of an acre. Let's transition back. I'll put a link down below so you can go down, you can look at all this stuff, you can shop around the neighborhood, look at everything, see if this is the right property for you. Go take a look at it, make sure the trees are all still there and didn't burn down or something crazy. Nobody dumped like a 20-foot pile of tires on the property. That doesn't really happen. I mean, if that happens, you get out there, just let me know. I'll trade you for another property, give you a refund or something. But yeah, go take a look at it. Make sure it's the right property for you. Make sure you're willing to build a 550 square foot building or more, house or more. Then that's the right one for you. $399. Credit card, debit card, ACH information. I'll do all the paperwork. All the fees are included. Taxes paid up. Ready to go. That's a simple one. Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'll keep bringing you more if you subscribe and watch my videos. Thank you. Bye.